And welcome everybody to Saturday on Coldfrost Commentary. It is a Stargate Saturday, the holiest of high holidays. And joining me today is, of course, Brain Amoeba.
You're always crying at me about how you don't have time, but that's another new ticker scrolling across the screen
You know
there.
what's really sad? I legitimately did have like nearly 900 character ticker, and then I clicked away and it was all gone. I was like, oh, I was on a roll.
It's, true tragedy comes from real life, so it's all very Shakespearean.
Because the amount of effort it takes for me right before the show while I'm waiting for you to arrive for me to just go and start typing a ticker off the top of my head. It's all these tickers have been, that is how I've made them. Waiting for you, I'm like, well, I don't want to like start anything because I don't have that much time. I guess I'll just improv a ticker off the top of my head.
We're gonna have so many tickers by the end of the year.
It's what I do when I get bored. It's like,
Do you
okay, ticker time.
do you save them all? Is there like I
Yeah,
don't even know how this program works? Is there like a list?
yeah. It's technically in my example banners folder because I didn't make a new one because I'm too lazy for that. But yeah, I can go back to the first. Let's see. I believe this ticker was for when we did the Saw marathon, and so is this one, and so is that one. And then that was, of course, the ticker for not ticker, but just the little
Yeah.
banner for
Pro
Spiral.
blurb where we got distracted and wanted to know how long these movies take and how much money.
Yep,
Not a lot. They shoot those movies quick.
yep. And then, of course, the detective's death ticker for also Saw. This is where Saw is where it started,
I mean, that was like 12 hours, wasn't it?
dude.
And I think no, it was like 14
It
or
was
15
like, yeah, it was. I wanted to say 18 hours.
because it was like from noon to I made it to like 3.
Yeah, you passed out like right as the last movie started, as Spiral started, and then I have this one. And I started doing like, please hit that Roman button if you like this content, and then I started getting bored with that, and then started going down the whole, uh, you know, um, stuff where I got bored. So yeah, if I have extra time and there's nothing else for me to do, I do this. I make tickers because that's what I do. And you do nothing, no
That's right.
effort.
I don't contribute.
Anyway, it is of course Stargate Saturday, and we are of course season 2, episode 3 of Stargate SG1, and the episode 3 title is of course Prisoners. Now, Brain Amoeba, knowing what we know now from what we have learned previous episodes of Stargate, not other TV shows. Those don't matter for today.
I can't apply the lessons I learned from Frasier to Stargate.
No, you cannot. No,
Yeah, when you're ordering a coffee, be fucking specific and don't make the poor barista make your coffee like 5 times.
no. You can't apply that knowledge to Stargate. If now Stargate had an episode where that happened, then you could apply that knowledge. You see,
I have to wait for the coffee shop episode of Stargate.
you have to wait for the Frasier Stargate, crossover episode.
Well, somebody needs to psychoanalyze these Gould. As far as I can tell, they don't have a therapist on staff. This is a tough job. Maybe they need to talk to some.
Do you think a Gould would accept therapy?
Is Cheyenne's near? Is Cheyenne in Washington State?
No, it's Wyoming.
Wyoming? They're close. They could call. I bet that might be under that radio station's coverage.
Did you just?
Once we leave the Midwest, my grasp of the United States geography is that it's over there.
Seattle is as close to Cheyenne as Indiana is as close to like Georgia.
Maybe they got a really strong radio. Maybe he's on Sirius XM.
This is before the days of Sirius XM.
For Frasier wise, probably Stargate wise, late 90s, early thousands.
I don't know when did Sirius become a big thing? When did satellite radio become a big thing? Why did satellite radio become a big thing? It's because we didn't have MP3 players that were good yet. That's why.
Oh my God, Sirius XM was founded in 2008.
Yeah, like it got big and then died very quickly in the span of technology. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, but applying our knowledge, what does prisoners mean to you on a religious level, and what would that mean for the episode?
I mean, clearly we're all prisoners of Satan here on Earth.
Mhm. That tracks. That tracks. We are a Christian channel, yes. But
I
what's
don't
that mean?
know.
What's that? How do you apply your knowledge of us being prisoners of Satan here on Earth
I
to
mean,
the episode prisoners?
well, in the garden, Satan maybe possibly appeared in the form of a serpent.
Mhm.
Goa'uld are serpents.
Ah,
Therefore,
so you're saying that the Goa'uld are actually Satan?
yeah,
So Stargate is also a very Christian show.
yeah, it's Christian allegory. It's basically '90s Narnia.
Stargate is 90s Narnia. You heard it here, folks. That's what they were trying to hide it from us. But we big brain, galaxy brain, understand the meaning that they're
Yeah,
trying to give
as
us.
the most Christian show on Rumble, we can find Christ in anything.
Well, Christ is in all things.
Yeah. See, you just have to find it. It's like
Exactly.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Christ?
Yeah.
I want to make that book. It's just where's Waldo, but this is just Jesus somewhere. It's like, where's Christ?
It's for people who Where's Waldo's become too woke and liberal for. I've made the conservative alternative. Where's Christ?
What's sad? You could totally sell that. People would buy it. Are there still like Christian bookstores, or are those dead now?
Your real question be: are there still bookstores?
Yeah, their Barnes and Noble somehow has lived on.
There are, but they don't sell like just books. It's full of like Christian paraphernalia.
Oh, okay. Oh, but anyway, that's that's what we have gleaned from this episode that we are about to watch, and it is now that we've had our mandatory mandated by God. It's in the
Well,
Five Commandments most.
we have to talk about my question that I cliffhangered yesterday.
Oh, what was your question?
So with the reveal of the Tok'ra, Goa'uld, species name, civilization name, or both? Do the Goa'uld have a separate name for their civilization?
Oh, that is a good question. That yeah, is it a species name or civilization? You know what? That's not an answer that sci-fi tends to give, is it? Now that you're like thinking about it, like in general, it's the like civilization name also tends to be the species name.
Yeah, and like
And I'll even expand upon that in futuristic sci-fi. When a lot of stuff tends to get lazy, you also have like the same thing happens with Terrans. It's like it's the
humanity.
Terran this, it's
Yeah,
the Terran that,
yeah.
and so it's like, huh? I don't know. We haven't got to the Tok'ra episode yet, where they get fully introduced. But I do believe that in the Line of Duty, Daniel went that Tok'ra means like the resistance or something like that. So
So, like, would the Tok'ra consider themselves Goa'uld as well, just a rival civilization, or would they call themselves something different?
yeah, how would they like species wise? That I don't think it ever goes into that. That's an interesting um why can't I think of the word? What's the study of other people, other societies?
Anthropology.
Yeah, it's an interesting anthropological question. Huh.
Would that be? That's like xenoanthropology.
I mean, it's still anthropology though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't see why it would not be anthropology, because it's still study of other societies and cultures.
I think like if you break it down etymology wise, anthropology would be like the study of like human shaped forms.
Is it? Is that what anthro means?
Yeah, because if you anthropomorphize something, you give it human characteristics.
Oh, okay.
So anthro is either just by us only being the only intelligent civilization we know of. Yeah, anthropology is specifically the study of humanity. We can get into the weeds of whether that's because only humanity, so far as we know it, exists,
Well,
to be studied like that.
would you come up with like a new Latin? Because I can't remember. Isn't Zeno actually Greek, not Latin?
Uh, Maybe.
Because I want to say I watched something where someone got really upset that they kept putting Zeno and mixing their Greek with their Latin. I
Yes,
could be wrong.
Xenos is Greek.
So what is the Latin version of? Because Xenos is that means
Stranger.
stranger, yeah, or other, right?
A stranger, foreigner.
So yeah, what's the Latin version of that?
I don't know. It looks like the Latinate just adopted Xeno.
You just adopted. Okay, so would it be xenopology?
Be like xenopology.
Is the Poe part and parcel of that, or would it just be xenology?
Well, anthro is the human part. I don't know what the Poe is. Well, no, because it's anthropomorphized. I don't know. Because I know
Yeah.
the root is anthro.
Yeah. This is what people come here for. Etymology are Latin and Greek roots that all of English is based on.
Okay. It's xenology
Okay.
is apparently the hypothetical field. Because their Wikipedia, for whatever reason, has a article on xenoarchaeology, which would be the study of uh, ancient alien civilizations.
Okay, so but how would you how would you differentiate between xenobiology and xenology?
I mean, yeah, because xenobiology would be like the study of the life itself, and like xenopology would be the study of their cultures. I mean, we have biology and anthropology.
Yeah, but but I guess you would, yeah, be xenobiology, not just xenology. Yeah, okay. So
Anyway, that was my question. Now,
yeah, we got into the weeds with that one.
so it was a good 5 minutes of
Of roots of learning.
premium Coldfrost commentary content, distracted by etymology and hypotheticals.
I mean, if we do an episode that doesn't include etymology and or religion, I don't think we're doing our people justice.
That's not an episode of Coldfrost commentary.
Exactly. It's something else. That's how you know we've been subsumed by them. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But let's